Hello, this is JilliBling. Happy Stampin' Day! So, in the mini catalog, the holiday catalog, have you seen the bundle, Decorative Trees? So here's a stamp set, and the dies are incredible. I'll show you those in the catalog. I have the these right here, but I think it might be easier to show you in the catalog. These are the ones I'm not using. This is for garland. That's for a tree stump. Little bows to put on the tree, ornaments like a wreath hanger or a bow. So Decorative Trees, those are the dies. And then also brand new Storybook Friends dies. And this is adorable suite and bundle. There's two bundles in the suite, but we'll be using one of the frames for this right here. Okay, so let me show you the samples. So this one I use Pearlized Enamel Effects, and it comes in a 3-pack. And this is the red, real red. And then there's this one, which might be my favorite. It is really simple. I tried to put ornaments on it, and it just didn't work, so the ornaments went off to the side. I want to do something similar to this because I love this black and white. They call it black and white check or black and cream. What do they call it? It is large checked ribbon, and it is vanilla and black, kind of gingham. Okay, and once again, a little simple on the inside. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, try to remember when you're making this card, whatever you put way down here at the bottom, it's going to be seen. For instance, this one has the For You, which when you close it up, that part is seen, and the star is seen. I want to do something with this ribbon and coloring pearls with a Sharpie, I think. Okay, maybe this one is my favorite. But look at that die. And I like this. This is a little stamp that I did a whole bunch of times twisting it around. I love how this one turned out. So the dies, when you look at them, this one is this card right here. Full-size die. Awesome. Here's the frame. But then when you look at these, which I want to use today, I was like, oh, well, where's the shorter tree? And when you look at this one, which I did the Pearlized Enamel Effects on, it's a shorter one. Then there's this one, which is the same size. Then this one, which is once again a big one. There's the star. So I'm like, well, how does this work? So of course I looked at the catalog, and this fits perfectly right up here. Initially I was trying to put it in the middle. It's like, well, you can't have two tree tops, and it does kind of work there. Maybe if you put a big bow you could do that, but if you slide it up here a little bit and you trim off the bottom, that's what's really going on. So now that you know that, let me show you the samples kind of quickly. Full-size green, old olive, full-size gold, got it. Full-size old olive, full-size detail die, and I kind of wish I pushed this up a little bit further, but when you have it in your hand with glue on it and you're like, I don't know where it goes, it could have gone up much further. This one here is a little shorty, where I cut it off. So I purposely want to use a short tree die today. Okay, that swirly one. Okay, so now that you have the lowdown on all that, let's look at these again. These are all kind of busy, and I've seen people use this, and it looks like there's snow on the tree. And the plaid is, of course, really cute. So I want to do something else with these. I just don't know what yet. You could see that I'm kind of reserving them off to the side for something good. The garland. I've seen where people kind of double and triple things up, where you do the green olive tree, you do this on top in a different color, and then you do the garland on top of that, and the little ornaments, and then a star on top. I mean, you could really, They talk about double, two-step stamping. That is like 5-step decorating. Okay, let's get started. Here we go. Ribbon. Embossing buddy. If you have an order or a wish list, I would love to be your demonstrator. If you could use this host order, it's much appreciated. Rhinestones or pearls. Pearls are out of the catalog, but I have a few packages left, and I'm going to color these with a black Sharpie to make them black gems. Does black really go with Christmas? Not always, but when you mix in the ribbon, kind of works. Gold paper for the tree detail. Oh, and embossing folders. So I have So Swirly, and then also this new one, which is in Celebration, and it's called Starstruck. Whenever I see it, I want to call it Starbucks. Starstruck. And you can get it for free. And when you look at it initially, it's like, oh, it's got stars on it. I'm wondering if I could hold it up so that you can see the pattern. Yeah, you could see it there. So in the center are stars and then like a burst. So in some ways it kind of looks like a flower. It'd be good for New Year's Eve or 4th of July. And you're like, that's not really Christmas, but I put it on this one, on this piece right back here. And I think it goes great with the snowflakes. And it is a little bit of a stretch, but look how little of it you see. And what you do see of it, it does work. And it does work with these starbursts on the golden greenery paper. This one has the swirly, and this one has the swirly. Oh, another thing is, see this frame? I raised up the outside part on half mini dimensionals. This one I did the opposite, where I raised the center on dimensionals. Outside, raised on dimensionals. Okay, so embossing folder you could get free with a $60 order starting January 7th, and paper to cut the tree base in Old Olive. So swirly. I think this time I'm going to try to do without any texture. You don't see much of it. We'll see how that goes. Here's the papers, and the paper cut sizes are in the video description. And page 42 is decorative trees. I think it goes here too. Nope. So there it is, and you could see all of these dies all at once. Sometimes it's nice to see them all at once. Great ideas. Another cute set. Okay, let's go. Golden greenery paper. I bet you some of you are like, you use that a lot. I bought a lot of it. I love it. And you know, I was talking with Amy, and she says, I'm not tired of it yet. And I've done, she's done a lot. I've done quite a bit, but she has done a lot using this paper. And I agree, I'm not tired of it either. And I like the gold touches, the gold foiling on it. Oh, and I didn't tell you, this is Season of Elegance paper that will be used in the background. And you know, when I started making this project, imagine putting a green tree on here. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It's a little bit lost. That's why I pulled out the frame. And because it was on top. Okay, so another thing is beautiful, beautiful. But when you look at the samples, this one I used the back side of the paper. Do you know how hard it was to put glue on this beautiful paper? But this one does look good. So if you dare, you can do that. Okay, let's just start making this project. Glue. We have a little more folding. Did I score it? I scored it. I'll show you in just a minute. So when you're putting your designer paper onto your card, if you can, choose 2 pieces of paper that have the pattern being continuous. slightly continuous. Like, see how when I put these together, the stars don't match up, but see this line going across? I'll hold it up close. If it's going across and it's similar, it doesn't have to be exact, that's good. If it's not similar, like this, bad. Or it just looks a little bit off. It's a bit of a stretch. Ooh. So see how that's Tony calling. He hardly ever calls. It makes me wonder. Okay, but see this line going across here, how it doesn't match? And it just looks much better if it matches. So, he's probably thinking, oh, she's in the shower. Because it is shower time. I'm a little early today. Okay, so there's that. And this is going to be for that frame. So I'll cut that out. So here's the frame, and I'm going to try to not texture this and see how it goes. If needed, I can always texture it. Okay, so this piece here, I have a little score line, and it's cut to 3 5/8 by 4 1/4. And then the 3/8 of an inch is this piece here that's going to get the glue on it. 4 1/4, we all know that that's kind of magic for paper cutting. And 3 5/8 is also magic. And when I say magic, I'm meaning you don't have that much to discard. It drives me crazy when I have to cut a paper and I get only 4 sheets out of it and I have all of that extra just sitting there. I'd rather change the size just a little bit so I don't have as much waste or that much to go in my Stamper salad box. Okay, so I'm putting it on here and it looks good because I'm trying to line up the crease with this edge here. I'm going to fold it over and once again make sure that it lines up. Because sometimes when you do the fold, that's like, ooh, like right up here, that's a little bit, there it goes. I had a gap. No gap. Okay, that's good. Designer paper, it's going to go on. And the thing about this paper size, now this piece, which is 3 by 4, perfectly fits with a little bit of a border. Yeah. Okay, it's kind of hard to see that. This is inside. When I put this in here, you could see it a little bit better. Okay. So the card base is complete. And the vanilla piece that goes inside here, it will cover up that seam right here. Okay, so now it's on to decorating. This piece is going to go on, because I'm going to try not to texture this. I'll put this piece on with dimensionals, and this will be dropped back even further, so it'll be less obvious. But we're going to do a little tree, so we'll see. You need to use mini dimensionals. And some half-size dimensionals. I have one right there. I'm going to use 3 mini dimensionals cut in half, so 6 little pieces. If I did 4, like what it looks like I'm doing right here, sometimes that lets the center of the frame kind of dip down. We don't want that. And if ever you've been cutting dimensionals with your snips, you might get that residue, then you don't get a good cut. So keep your adhesive remover nearby. Now I'm good. I hear Bo over there breathing deeply. That dog, he can sleep a lot. But he had vaccinations yesterday. Last night he was acting a little like how we feel when we get a flu shot, just kind of, oh. So those of you that have dogs, do your dogs after dinner time get like really clingy where they're just, and you're like, oh, do you need to go out? No, he just came back in. You're not hungry because you just ate all your food. And he's just like really clingy every night after dinner. So much that we have to tell him, just stop, go lay down. Like with a stern voice. I don't like having to do that, but he's like relentless. And finally he does, but I don't want to use a stern voice. Okay, and then this is going to go here. I'm just going to, I'm going for it. So the one I did, the black and vanilla bow, was that a big tree or a little tree? That was a big tree. Okay, so the tree, I have the pieces cut out right here. I'm going to attach these. So I'm going to put glue around the perimeter. And yeah, it's going to get a hint messy. I'm going to try not to get any glue when I'm sticking it together on the foil, because that will make the foil look dull. And we want sparkly foil. Now I'm focusing just on the outside edges. I'll do a little bit of glue on the center bits, but if I get the outside edges done, we know it's going to stick. Okay, here we are. Doing that tiny skinny little tree one, I was like, where am I going to hold on to it? Okay, looking good. Okay, so now this is going to go to the top. Okay, that's good. And the glue will dry clear. So this is looking pretty good, but you can see I was going to say your slip is showing. Remember back in the day? Oh my gosh, how long has it been? I don't even remember. Why did we wore, is it, no, skirt is the thing. Your slip is showing. So you couldn't see through the dress. Our slips are like non-existent, right? I remember I loved the fabric. I was like, I just want to wear a slip all day. Christmas tree, your slip is showing. Okay, so that's good. So let's do the inside. The inside, I have no idea what to do. Season's greetings, a very Merry Christmas. This is interesting that this right here fits nicely, like right about here, midpoint, or on lower, not so much higher, but it fits perfectly right here. I don't want to use that this time. I did put it on the inside of a card. Oh, Christmas tree is nice. I used that on one of them. How about Season's Greetings? And then at the bottom, this little one right here. So Season's Greetings, I'm probably repeating It is a repeat. Okay, so I'll do something different at the top and then this down here at the bottom. I love that little detail. And I think it's nice peeking through here. Okay, so a Christmas tree. Might have stamped that in olive. I did. It'd be terrible to dip it into my new Versamark pad. Okay, so I'm done with that. This, at the bottom, it doesn't need it. Okay, so Versamark into gold powder. I'm going to do it a little bit low so it doesn't show through the front of the card. I hope that's okay. It's the font is going uphill a little bit and it just kind of throws me off, just a bit. Oh, so I have something on the other side of this to show you. I'll tell you what it is while I'm putting the powder on here. It is, in the set there is a stamp for a big tree. There's kind of like a filler. Great. I thought I'll put that on the inside of the card. And I don't like it. Is that straight? Tree? Yeah. And I just need to figure out how to use it. But at this point, I don't know. So you ready? Just a minute. Okay, you ready? There's nothing bad about it, but there's nothing good. It's not, I don't know. I'm going to make friends with it and I'm going to learn to love it. But at this point, I'll skip it. The next card. This is the new embossing powder, the Stampin' Wow embossing powder, and I can tell that it is just because of how shiny it is, and it's almost like it's raised. Well, when you touch it, when you touch the old one too, but it's just a little bit shinier. It's very nice. Okay, so where is that cute, this is still drying, it's ready to roll, that cute little, this one right here. So that's going to go in Old Olive across the bottom, just random, up and down and sideways and turning the paper and the stamp. Getting some variety in there, I guess. There it is. Is that just cute as can be? And because it's kind of a random stamp, if you have one that's up a little bit higher than the other, it's okay. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the inside at that. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit heavier on the glue, but still thin, in the area that had the heat embossing, just because the heat embossing sometimes kind of warps the paper. And I'll put some weight on it. Yeah, I've got a big old bump right there. Okay, where is There. Dry, flat. Mostly the top, not the bottom. And of course, when I do that, I do it right in my workspace. So let's work on the tree. This can scooch. See, I don't know how this happens. Everything, I guess everything is within arm's reach. Okay, that can dry. Okay, back to the tree. So I'm going to cut off its bottom. I'm cutting off the slip. Oh, and I had slips in black and white and cream. I never did like those full body ones that went up over your shoulders with that little bit of lace. That they just always seem to end up pinching and pulling, and then the skirt would get all, or the slip would get all hiked up. I'm going to put a bottom on this. And I could do it in a different color, but because this project, we're kind of going with the monochromatic green and vanilla, be it mossy meadow or olive and vanilla. And get that in the middle. Cute, cute. Okay, I know I like the bow, but this time, because it's a little tree, I don't know if I can get away with this. I'm going to try a double bow. And if not, I can always make another regular one. Okay. So, getting some pretty elements here. Oh, and on the red pearlized enamel effects, this one right here, from afar, cute. It's red. It works. But if I hold it up close, you're going to see that some of my little berry bunches, they kind of went globbed together. So if I had to do it over again, I would take this and I would do, which is how I started out, 1, 1, 1, just one on each of these. Okay, let it dry. Then I came back and I was doing the second one, and I'm like, well, heck, that's staying right where it needs to stay, so I did the third one. And everywhere I did that, the second and third one joined together, and they're holding hands, and some of them look like blobs. So, once again, if I had to do it again, I do one everywhere, let it dry, come back, do 2 everywhere, let it dry, and then do the third one. Some of them came out okay, but some of them are not so good. Okay, how's this gonna look? That is a big old bow. Maybe if I put it up a little bit higher. But I like it. Clean up the ends. We could color some of the pearls black. It's kind of, you know what else might be cute on here? On one of them I did a little tag. This one right here. That would fill in, like if I had the little tag coming down, okay. And the black ones I ended up, because I tried putting them on the tree and it just didn't look right, so I ended up putting them here, which I like. Should I do that again? I might end up doing that again, but I'm going to make the tag. I tried to stamp this in Mossy Meadow with my spot, which probably needs a re-inker. Not so good. Okay. So make a tag. I'll color a few pearls black just in case they're going to work. See, where would you even start to put pearls on this one? Or maybe just pearls. Pearls are kind of bordering on cream color. But I like how the black ones, they bring it together with the bow. Well, I could try. When in doubt, just try, right? Black Sharpie. I might have to get a little Sharpie to get onto the sides. These two are too close. Not on the paper. There we go. Ah, it dried already. Okay, I need a little Sharpie. Like, is it even working? I don't know if it's working. Back to the big one. That one's just squirming away. How good are you with your left hand? With your non-dominant hand? There we go. Okay. Okay, these are done. Go right here. Big old bow. That could go up there. But I love the frame. Maybe this could go lower. We'll pretend like the tree is taller. You know, like girls wear heels. That's a really big bow. But it's kind of the hit of the show, huh? Okay, so for the no garbage, I'm gonna stamp, and I want just the Be Merry, may your days be merry. Stamp it up high so I don't have to trim it, maybe. Nice. Oh, you know what? This might be cute. Right down here. Or in the middle. Or what about this one, A Very Merry Christmas? If I were to cut it out. Even just the Merry Christmas. No, that's too big. I know you all are talking to me through the screen. So when you're trimming this, a lot of you are like, oh no, can't do that. Need my paper trimmer. But if you, I'm going to cut the bottom just a little bit shorter. If you start your scissors, we all can do that. Hold on, I'm going to do bigger scissors. And then look at where the tip is going to land, even if you have to pull the paper up a little bit. And then just continue on through. It works. A little flag by cutting in the middle, then up, and then from this side, from the corner, up. Be merry. Oh, that's cute. Okay, what about the black? was going to say, can I decorate the frame? I put it on. How would it look on the frame? That might be cute. That means I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to just go with something. So how would it look on like a decoration, part of an ornate frame? I'm just going to try it. I know the little pearls can come off if they want. Oh, but that didn't get black all the way on it. I should just look for some black embellishments. It doesn't want to let go now. It's like, now I like hanging on those little snips. Okay, how's that going to be? And you could do this with any color Sharpie too. Or any color blends that you have. Like if you want purple pearls or rhinestones, just pick out your color. But I found that it's best to use the dark, like if you're doing freesia or heather, do the dark. Because the light shining up through the embellishment will make whatever color you color it look a little bit lighter. Okay, I'm leaving plenty of room for the bow. On here is a little big. Well, today I don't have much of a plant. Oh, maybe some linen thread. That will be kind of natural. With an ornate frame and gold paper. I think that might be the trick though. Yeah, that bow is better. The other one is just too big. Oops. Okay, linen thread. And I'll do just a little bit to imply that the tag is hanging from the linen thread. So I'll take these end pieces, tie this in a knot. Make sure the loop is seen. have that from right here. Okay, there's a plan. Glue dots, 2 of them. Take one of them, fold it in half. That one's gonna go right there. This one, the bow gets the whole glue dot. That side is the pretty side. This side's a pretty side. Attach that. Then attach this. This poor little tree is decorated. Sometimes when I put on earrings and a necklace, I'm walking out of the house and it's like I am decorated like a tree. Does this look funny? Okay, so that's gonna just tuck into there. So I'll tuck it in with a glue dot and a half a dimensional. That's probably why I have that half a dimensional remaining in the pack. Where is that little one? Right there. Okay. And gets tucked into there. I think the linen thread really makes it. It's kind of like a country Christmas on the fancy side. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm kind of liking it. And you know how I am about locking in my embellishments. The glue will dry clear and hold everything right in place. Be merry. Okay, that's it for today's project. What do you think? I'd love to hear your comments. And I hope you make a million of them. So if you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks.